Hello and welcome to today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really cool that you pressed the play button. For today, we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the lower body. So in particular, we're going to be looking at our hamstrings, the muscles at the back of our thighs, and a little bit of the quads as well, the muscles at the front, but we'll mostly be stretching them out. For today, you're going to need a few props, mostly just to kind of help your knees if they get sensitive from the floor. I'm going to go with a blanket, but if you like, you can just grab a pillow. That'll be fine. And we're also going to need some kind of elevation for a few of the exercises. I'm going to use this cabinet that's really handily right there in front of my mat, but you might need to just get yourself a chair. Okay, if you don't want to go and do that, if that feels a little bit too much of a mission, you can always keep your feet on the ground for that workout, but the elevation does add that little extra dimension of challenge. Now, whenever we work our hamstrings and lower back muscles work together, often the lower back likes to take over. So you're going to have to be really, really aware of that in your body. If your lower back tends to get really, really tight or work really hard for you, you might need to pull back and really listen to your body's biomechanics and focus on the hamstrings when they work. Okay, grab your props, get yourself set up, and come straight back. I'll see you on the mat in a second. Okay, guys, let's do this. So we're actually going to start in standing. Today's focus, just by the way, is going to be a little bit on the hamstrings, so the muscles at the back of your legs. We will focus a little bit on the front as well, and obviously core integration, but hamstrings, they tend to get quite tight, especially when we sit a lot. So let's take our feet hip width distance. So make sure that they are actually hip width distance when you're standing. Okay, and then just relax your hands alongside your body. Relax into your shoulders. And just take a few seconds to find your weight distribution in your feet. Okay, so I always bang on about the tripod in the feet, but it is quite important. So feel the weight in the big toe mounds of your feet. Feel your weight in the pinky toe mounds of your feet. Feel the weight in the heels of your feet. And try and distribute those 3 points nice and equally. Well done. Once you've got that, we're going to get our spine and our pelvis a little bit better placed. So think about your tailbone dropping heavily down towards the floor, allowing your lower back to actually lengthen. Notice that might create a little bit of a lift of the pubic bone up towards your belly button. Close your rib cage down in relation to your pelvis. I don't want you to massively force it, but just make sure that you're not arching into your lower back. So you're closing the rib cage. Okay, well done. Tracing a little bit higher now, we're going to take our focus to our collarbones. Your collarbones here at the front of your chest, make sure that they're really broad. Okay, so open through the front of the chest, and you might find that in turn makes you want to turn your palms forward. That's great, almost in like a receiving kind of way. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest as if you had a peach between your chin and your chest. Lengthen up to the crown of your head and magnetize the back of your skull towards the wall behind you. Now that you've done all of those adjustments, can you take your focus down to your feet again and just notice where your weight has migrated to, if anywhere. Take a few seconds to feel the equality through the left and the right sides of your body. And then we're just going to take 4 conscious breaths in and out, inhaling in through the nose and ideally exhaling out the nose as well. Allow your tummy to expand. As you exhale, try and melt your shoulder blades down, allowing them to soften down your back. Inhaling, lengthening through the crown of the head, almost feeling as if the sternum and your heart was lifting up. And as you exhale, shoulder blades melt down your back. Two more breaths like this. Inhale, get the sense of lengthening without shrugging the shoulders. Keep them soft. And as you exhale, think about lengthening even more as your shoulder blades melt down your back. On your next inhale, can you sweep your arms wide, reaching them up towards the sky and interlock your thumbs? So my hands are gone out the screen, but I'm interlocking my thumbs. As I exhale, I'm going to open my arms really wide again, circling them down, nodding my chin down towards the chest. I'm going to start to roll forward. So articulating through the spine all the way down. It's up to you whether or not you want to bend your knees. Inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, press down through the tripods in your feet and roll up the way you came. And again, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sweep them back down. Nod the chin down towards your chest. Welcome, Aaron. Good to see you. Rolling it down. So here in this forward fold, guys, this is the first time you're going to get that feeling of stretch at the back of your legs. Say hello to your hamstrings. Inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, can you use these muscles at the back of your legs to help you roll back up again? Yeah? 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the arms wide. Slowly roll it down. Your hamstrings will help you manage that slow descent down into your roll forward. Feel them stretch here at the bottom. And as you exhale, use or think about using your hamstrings to help you roll back up. Last time. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, open your arms wide, nod your chin down towards your chest, and think about the muscles at the back of your legs, almost like reins. You know, like Father Christmas has reins for his reindeer. Yeah? Your hamstrings are your reins. Managing that descent. Inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, you're tightening the reins at the back of your legs. You're contracting into your hamstrings to roll all the way back up. Well done. Melt your shoulder blades down, and we're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Now, as soon as you do that, just watch that your hip doesn't poke out to the side. So press down into the foot, lengthen out of the hip, soften through the shoulders, and see if you can balance into this right leg. So you're lifting the left. Yeah? Awesome. Hold. Hold for a moment. 10, 9, 8, 7. So this whole right leg contracts, front and back. Press down into the floor. Get a little bit more length. 3, 2, 1. We're going to swap. Take that left foot down. Hip width distance, parallel. Pressing down into the floor through that left foot so you can lengthen out of your hip, soften through the shoulders, but lift your rib cage off of your pelvis. Hold for 10, 9, good, 8. Hopefully feeling a tripod in that left foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. We're going to transfer one more time, adding a little bit on. So transfer into the right, press down into that right foot, open up that right hip. So you almost want to visualize the ball and socket joints of that right hip. You're lifting your pelvis off of your femur. Good. Now, focus on the lifted leg. You're going to open out to the side. Squeeze your bum to make that happen, and then close the door. So what I want you to watch out for here is that your whole body doesn't start to pivot to the left. Keep your pelvis pointing forward. Just open the thigh, close the thigh. Maybe about 4 more. Open the door, close the door. Keep the ribs closed. Lengthen, broaden. That's it. 2 more. use your bum, use your inner thighs. Last time, use your bum, use your inner thighs. Plant it down. Transfer. Press down, lengthen, lift up, shoulders soften, yeah, ribs down, and open. Use your bum, and close. Good. And open, and close. Let's go for 3 more. Open, keep lengthening, and close. Last 2. Open, lengthen, close. Last 1. Open, lengthen, close. And then let's take it down. Great job. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So good. Okay, last little bit of balance work here. Same kind of thing. You're going to shift your weight back into the right foot. Again, lengthen out of the hip. Take your foot away from the floor on that left side. Okay, so from here, you're going to try, it's a little bit mean, see if you can extend out and bend. Okay, this is rough. So you're trying to actually lengthen your hamstrings. You're lengthening the back of the leg by contracting at the front. So this is a hugely difficult thing to do. Not to mention we're balancing on one leg while we do it. But there's a huge case at the moment for active hamstring or active muscle stretching, and that's what we're doing right now. Take my word for it. Try for 4. Good. You'll start to feel the front of your hip really work. 3. Good. 2. And last 1. Bam. And take it down. Shake, shake, shake. And then to the other side. So balance, lift, close the ribs, get ready, and let's extend, bend, extend, bend. Good. Maybe about 6 more. Just notice the feelings compared to left to right. Okay, you might just notice, wow, one side is way easier. Last 3 and 2. Reach out through the heel. Last 1. Reach. Good. And take it down. Amazing. Just a little bit of mobilization. We're still balancing, but take that weight back into the right, and you're just going to circle. Let's go for 4 in this direction. That's 2 to go. Last 1, and then reverse direction. And up. Good. Up. So I'm definitely not using momentum. I'm thinking muscle contraction. Okay. Last 2. And 1. Other side, same thing. Both directions with the circles and up. You can pop your foot down after each one if you like. Or you can obviously challenge your balance. So we're just mobilizing through the hip joint. Good. Reverse. And 3. And 2. And 1. Beautiful. Okay, in standing, you're going to bend into your left knee, take your right leg out to the side and lift the toes of your right foot up. And you're literally just going to take that kind of good old-fashioned hamstring stretch. So you push your bum back. I'll do it like this so you can see. Pretty standard. Keep your spine nice and long, back of your skull magnetized towards the ceiling. Hold it here. All right, if this is feeling good, reach your right arm long, reach your left arm long, and you're going to pulse teeny tiny flat back pulses for 10, 9, 8, I'm not letting my lower back around, 7, 6, almost like a piece of string was pulling my bum back each time, 5, 4, squeegee your left heel into the mat, 3, 2, 1, bring it up. So we can do a fancy little turn straight over to the other side. Okay, so you're going to bend into your opposite knee now, extend. It's going to look like my right, it's probably going to be your left though now. Okay, and find that stretch. So this is pretty common, that hip flexor, the hamstring stretch that you see people do all the time. Getting down into it. Flat back. So think about your heart pulling up through your body towards the sky. Same with the back of your skull, so you don't end up like that. Okay? Lift, lengthen and lift. And then reach one arm long, other arm long. Flat back hinge, 10. Dig your heel into the floor, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out of it. Well done. Good job. Okay, we're coming down into the mat now. So this position that we're coming into is called 90-90 or mermaid. We've all done this together at some point, but it can be really brutal on people's hips. So if that's you, if you feel like a pinching feeling in your back hip, then sit on a pillow. Okay, that elevation is going to make your life easier. So I've got what looks like left shin out in front, right shin back behind. Okay. Ideally, we'd have both sit bones on the ground, but you're never going to force that. Okay, that comes with time. From here, take your left hand down to the ground just for a little bit of support. Right hand can go between your two legs or out in front. Press down, lengthen through the crown of your head, and I want you to contract into your bum. Okay, it's your bum doing the work, a little bit of oblique as well, and see if you can lift that right leg up. So you're lifting the whole knee and the shin and everything. Okay, and then take it down. And then lift, and then take it down. Okay, so we're keeping our left hand on the ground for now because I want you to feel the difference here to what we'll do in a second when we take the hands away. I want you to feel your actual hip working. Okay, so this group of muscles on the outside of the thigh. There's a lot of stabilizing muscles there, a huge amount of small muscles that we have very complicated names that need to work. Similar to the shoulder, okay, the rotator cuff of the shoulder, hip has the same kind of thing. Anyway, 4 more. And 3. Good. 2. Last 1. Take it down. See if your right sit bone can get to the ground a little bit easier now. Maybe, maybe not. Might not be happening. All right, now just take your left hand to the ground. You're not going to use your right hand this time. And see if you can lean less over to the side now. So instead of being all the way over here, can you try and get your torso a little bit more on top of your pelvis? So you're stacked, okay? Same thing. Access your bum or that outer thigh and see if you can lift up the leg and down. Okay? So it's a leg, the whole leg is lifting. And down. Now maybe you can actually go hands free. A lot of the time when you go hands free, this whole side of your body will just like light up like a Christmas tree. It's not a bad thing, but you still want to be aware of the fact that you want to actually access the muscles in the hip, okay? But don't worry if other muscles activate as well. 4 more. You might get spasm. It's quite normal. 3, 2, find your tummy, and last one. Good. Take it down. Now, bring your bum back to the ground. See if maybe that right sit bone can get to the floor a little bit easier. Maybe not. Okay, now, this time the knee is going to stay on the ground. Okay, but we're going to try and lift the foot, that back foot. So you're going to contact the floor with your right knee, and you're going to see if you can push the inside of your right knee into the floor and lift your right ankle, right foot off the ground, and then take it back and lift and back. A lot of the time here we end up massively arching into the lower back to make it happen. So see if you can find those cues. Keep the ribs relatively closed. even if it means you lift the foot less. That's better for you. Okay, 5 more. So this is internal rotation of your hip. Very difficult movement, very neglected movement. 3. I wish I could see your faces right now, because usually when I do this with people, it's just absolute torture. All right, last one. Try and lift and hold. 10, 9. Push your knee into the floor. 8. Don't be afraid of connecting to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, try and hold this position for a little bit longer. I'm going to take our focus to our front leg now. Now, some of you might need to take your hands behind you to let this happen. Okay? Like the others, if you can, try and keep your hands away from the ground. You're going to keep your lower back as long as possible and see if you can lift your front knee and foot off of the floor. So as you lift it, you almost want to think about your foot lifting higher than the knee. For most of us, that's not actually going to happen, but that's your intention. And then take it down. Okay? Adding on for the next one, if you can. So you're going to lift, see if you can straighten out your leg, bring it back, and then take it down. Just 4 more of these. Lift, reach, bring it back, take it down. Good. Now I know, I can just keep on going. This is torture. I know, I get it. I've done this with so many people, especially runners, marathon runners. I have a couple of patients who are runners who do this, and it's torture. But just try your best. Do your best. Last one. Extend, bring it back, and take it down. Focusing on the back leg again. Straight away, you're going to try and lift. Okay, bear with me here. Keep that leg up there. Keep your torso as lifted as possible. See if you can extend. Sweep your leg out in front. Both butt cheeks reach the floor. Sweep it back. Bend the knee. Take it down. Let's try for 3 more. Okay, just do your best. Okay. This takes a lot of hip flexor and quad strength. Okay, so and a lot of the time, our hip flexors, yes, they're tight, but they're also incredibly weak a lot of the time, okay, which is not good. Last time. And sweep it back. Beautiful job. So good. Take your hands behind you, bring your feet out in front of you, and we're just going to do a little windscreen wiper-rooney. And you should feel quite a difference. On the right leg compared to the left right now, I can feel my other side is nice and tight. Okay, 1 more windscreen wipe, and then we do the same thing on the other side. Great job. Okay, now do your best to get into your 90-90 on the other side. Just feel how it feels. Might be worse, might be better. Don't stress too much about it, okay? From here, the back leg lift with the right hand on the floor, just to give it a chance to warm up and wake up. Left hand can be out in front of you as well. We're targeting your thigh, okay? You're going to try and think, okay, outer thigh, lifting up the leg, and then outer thigh controls the lowering. Outer thigh is lifting the leg. Outer thigh is controlling the lowering. Great job. Okay, so here you just get the sensation of the outer leg working, but the obliques not really doing all that much. Okay, just a supportive roll. Last 3 and down. That's great. Last 2. So we're lifting, and then don't just let it collapse to the ground. Okay, the lowering is just as important. Last 1. Lift. Good, and then take it down. Great job. Second variation. We're going to let the left hand be free. Right hand is still on the floor, but we're going to try and go from mega side bend to a little bit more of a lifted posture. Ready? I don't know if I'm ready. Okay, let's go for it. And up. And down. And up. And down. If you're feeling pretty good, you can try go hands free. And just notice as you go hands free, if you do, how much your obliques want to kind of take over. All right, so try and still keep that integrity of outer thigh. And down. 4 more. Lift. And down. As you lift, think about drawing your knee back ever so slightly. And 2. Oh, last one. The side is burny. And take it down. Great job. Really nice. Just notice, do your sit bones get a little closer to the ground? Maybe not. Hopefully. All right, so internal rotation of that left hip now. Connect your knee to the ground. Don't use the floor to help you. All right? And, oh, this is going to be rough. Lift. And down. Okay, the side is my weak side, guys, so you might not even see any movement there. But it's happening. So we're pressing the knee into the floor, trying to lift that back foot and ankle off of the ground. And down. Let's try for maybe 6 to 8. So the action of pushing into the floor is quite crucial. Think about knee driving down to lift the foot. And 5. The side on me feels almost impossible. And 5. Time is flying. I just heard my watch go off. Oh my goodness. 3. And 2. And last one. Lift. And down. Wow, that was difficult. Well done, everybody. So try and get both sit bones to the ground. Front leg lifts up. You're thinking about your ankle lifting higher than the knee. Obviously, well, I mean, I'm assuming that's not going to happen. Okay, and then take it down. Adding on the next one. Okay, if you can, lift, extend. You might feel a big stretch here. Bring it in and back. And lift. Extend, keep pressing down into the floor through the left knee and back. Lift. Extend. Bring it in and down. Let's say 2 to 3 more. Let's go for 3. Extend. Bring it in and back. Find your tummy and lift. Extend. Bring it in and back last time and lift. Extend. Bring it in. Take it down straight to that back leg. Last little bit of torture. We're going to lift, extend. Try and keep the leg long as you sweep it out in front. Both bum cheeks get to the floor and then sweep it back. Bend, take it down. So my torso is moving quite a lot. Something that I'm trying to work on. I mean, in an ideal world, we'd have like a really stable torso. But for now, I mean, look, everything's a work in progress, right? Just do your best. Go for 2. I'm starting to feel my obliques really fire up. So that tells me I know that my glutes on my right side are a little bit weaker. Last time. And amazing. Take it down. So good. Bring your feet out in front. Windscreen wipe. Going for 5. Hopefully the hips are starting to feel loosen away, tighten away because we've just worked them, but at least warm. Last 2. And 1. So good. All right, so let's come straight onto all fours. If you do struggle with knees on the ground, use your pillow or your blanket, okay? I'm not going to use anything, but if you feel like you need to have a pillow underneath your knees, then go for it. So on all fours, you're going to take your left leg out in front. Okay, frame your left foot with your hands. All right, and we're going to come down into a hip flexor stretch. Should feel quite nice because you've just worked your hip flexors quite hard. Okay, so hip flexor stretch. All right, let's tuck the toes of our back foot under. So it should be your right foot. Try and get your pinky toe involved in the situation. Lift your back knee up. And that back quad, yeah? Can you squeeze your kneecap up? Press back through that back heel. And then we're going to open the left arm up. So we're rotating towards the front leg. And then close it down. 3 to go. So you're going to do 4 in total. Already done 1. This is number 2. And 3. And 4. Good. Now take the left hand down, lower your back knee down, okay? And then you're going to do active hamstring contraction. So you might need a pillow underneath that back knee. I'm not going to go for one, as I said before, but you're going to try and pull your heel into your bum, okay? You'll feel a stretch in your quad, and then lower your foot back down, okay? Pull. Some of you might get spasms. Some of you might get cramps. Hamstrings are like infamous for that. So if it happens, don't freak out. You might just need to stand up and walk around a little bit. Drink some water. 4 more. And 3. So when the heel comes to the bum, you want to try and be on a little bit of meat of that back leg. So you're not directly on the patella. 2. Last one, pull, hold. See if you can reach your left arm back and grab onto something. Either the foot, maybe your tights, maybe your sock, maybe nothing. Okay? Otherwise, wherever you're at, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep pulling the heel towards your bum with the strength of that back leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Take your left hand down. So we're framing that front foot again. And a piece of string is pulling your bum towards the wall behind you. You're lifting the toes of your front foot towards your kneecap. Okay? Now, usually when we get into this position, and even me, you can see my hips are behind my knee. Okay, so I actually want to have my hip on top of that back knee. Okay, so adjust yourself if you feel that you need to do that. And then I want you to find a cat-cow through your spine now. So with your hands on the ground, you'll probably be on your fingertips. You're going to round into your spine. Push down into your front heel. So I want you to connect into the floor and almost think about that front heel pulling back towards your back knee. And then lift your chest, look forward. So I don't want you to like poke your chin forward and arch into the back of your neck. Back of the neck stays long. Heart lifts. And then round. And down. Or arching again. Last 2 and round. And extend. Last time and round. And extend. Very nice. So we're going to swap legs. Take that left leg back. Right leg is going to come out in front, and we're going to repeat that whole thing. Okay, so hip flexor stretch first, pressing the pelvis forward. Just take a few moments. We're going to keep our left hand down. Right arm's going to open up into rotation. We're just going to do 4 rotations. So this is 1, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down. Last time, open up, and down. We're going to tuck the toes of our back foot under, lift the back knee up, try and get the pinky toe of that back leg involved. Back leg is active as well, so I want you to squeeze your kneecap up, press back through the heel. Okay, let's rotate again here, right? And open up and sweep it down. And open up and sweep it down. I feel like I added a little bit on there, didn't I? And open up and sweep it down. Last time. And open up. Good. And sweep it down. We're going to lower the back knee down. Okay. This is where we do the active heel to bum. So in an ideal world, we're on a little bit more of the flesh of that back leg. So you're going to pull your heel in towards your bum and then slowly release. Pull your heel in towards your bum, slowly release. Now, as you do this, guys, the front leg, I heard the most amazing word for this recently, squeegees. You want to think about your heel of your front leg squeegeeing back towards your left knee. Okay, so your front leg is not just like chilling, it's pulling down and back into the floor. 2, called an isometric activation. Last one, hold. Take your right arm up and back. See if you can grab onto something. So either the foot, your tights, your sock, or nothing. I'm going to demonstrate holding onto nothing. Holding for 10, 9. Remember, front leg isometrically pulling back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Lower the back foot down. Take your right hand back. Piece of string pulls your butt back. Lift the toes of your front foot. We're going to try and cat-cow through the spine, but remember first, look where my hip is in relation to my knee. I need to get that stacked. So try and get that position. Or somewhere close to there. And we're going to round into the spine. I'm pushing down through that front heel. Relaxing the chin, relaxing the neck, and then lifting the chest. Squeezing the shoulder blades back, almost feeling that squeegee or drawing back to the fingertips of my hands, pulling my heart forward. And then rounding. And opening up. Let's go last one and rounding. And opening up. Beautiful. And then we're going to slide that right leg back until we're on all fours again. Great job. So from here, on your all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spread your fingers wide. We're going to tuck our toes under, try and get the pinky toes involved, and we're going to pull our bums up and back into downward facing dog. Great job. So in your down dog, obviously we're stretching the hamstrings, those muscles at the back of the legs quite nicely. Press back, press through the heels of the hands. So you're trying to almost push your weight back into your heels. Good. From here, see if you can take your right leg away from the floor, lift it up towards the sky, and even your weight out in your shoulders. Good. And then from here, you're going to do 10 pulses of that right leg. The right foot's going to come down towards the floor, and then you're going to take it all the way back up towards the sky. Lift. Try and imagine your big toe being the highest point of the foot. So you want to internally rotate your thigh as you pulse the leg up and down. 6. Imagine you were scooping up wet sand, almost like a dog digging a hole in the beach. Your back legs are scooping sand up. Imagine you were lifting something up. 4 and 3. Imagine the whole line of that back leg from your bum to your heel, lifting something up. 2 and 1. Plant your right foot down, parallel to the left, and then we're going to swap. Left leg up, square your shoulders, so make sure you don't rotate your body. Square your shoulders. Big toe leads the way as you go down and up, down and up. 8 to go. So a lot of the time, we're going to be super tempted to let pinky toe lead the way. Try not to do that. Big toe leads the way. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Plant both feet down, downward facing dog. Very nice. From here, you're going to look forward between your two hands. Bend into your knees. So you got a little bit of you can even bounce here a little bit. Find that ability to just bend the knees and bounce. Looking forward, bend the knees a little deeper, and as you straighten them, step your right foot forward. So you use that bending and straightening to get the right leg out in front. Okay, you're going to lift up into a lunge. I hope that went well. All right, so from here, right leg's out in front, left leg's back behind, hopefully. I want you to see if you can try and take your weight up into that front leg. So it's a little bit of a leap of faith. We're going to take our weight up into the front leg and balance it. Okay? Back foot is going to tap the floor. Try and lift your torso. Find length through the spine. Length into the lower back. Reach your arms forward. Pulse the leg back for 10. Similar to what you did in down dog, but it should feel like way tinier. 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure your lower back doesn't arch here. It's going to want to really badly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. From here, lift that left leg back up. See if you can bend into your right knee and reach the left leg back. Find your lunge again. Not your lunge. Lunge will come soon, hopefully for you. Take your hands down towards the ground. And we're going to find a plank position from here. So the right leg's going to sweep back straight away into plank. Holding and breathing. All right, now sticking with that pulse up towards the sky. Let's round into the lower back here, press the ground away. Right leg, the leg that was just out in front. See if you can pulse that right leg up now for 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6. Big toe leads, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant it down, come to downward facing dog. All right, now we're going to do that big step forward again. We're going to plan and lead up to it with a nice deep bend into the knees in your down dog. So imagine how much power you can get from a bent knee to a straight knee. Look forward. As you straighten your right leg, step your left leg forward. So use that step to get that big length forward in the lunge. Lift up. Finding your lunge position. Good. And we're going to reach our arms forward. Try and take your weight up into that front leg. Ha ha ha. And then lengthen through the torso. Back foot will find the floor, but it's a gentle little tap. Okay. No arching lower backs, please. And we're going to pulse back for 10, 9, 8. So you want to really use your tummy here to avoid any arching into the lower back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lifting the right foot up off the ground. See if you can bend into your left knee. Step that right foot back. Find your lunge again. Plank coming your way, okay? Plank with the pulse. Left leg's going to do the pulsing. So slowly come down. Slide left foot back into your plank. Get a strong plank position before you come into any single leg work here. Press back through your right heel. And then you're going to lift the left foot up. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lower the knees down. Great job. Okay, so time is literally flying today. We're going to use our chair or your surface, whatever you've got nearby. If you don't have a chair nearby, you don't need one necessarily, but it'll make your life a little more spicy if you do have one. And the good news is here we get to lie on our back. Okay, so lying on your back with your feet on your surface. I really hope mine doesn't go flying away from me, but anyway, let's see what happens. I really don't want you to be too far away from it. So if you think about levers, if your bum is super far away from where your feet are, you're going to have to work way harder because you're working over a longer lever, okay? So bring your bum, or at least your knees, above your hips as you lie here, okay? Hands relax alongside your body. We're not coming into full bridge straight away. I want you to get your tuck going first. So from here, inhale at the bottom. You can arch into your lower back. As you exhale, you're going to tuck. So lower back is lengthened. And then pick your bum off of the ground. Scoop your belly in and up. Keep your ribs down. And then take your bum back to the ground. So just a little lift of the bum off of the floor. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tuck. Scoop your belly in and up. Ribs stay down. Peel your bum off the ground. And slowly lower. If that's feeling good, then you're going to move through that motion to full bridge. Okay, whenever we have our feet lifted, and some of you might remember this from doing reformer, whenever we have our feet lifted onto a surface, your lower back is going to really want to do this for you. So you need to consciously connect into your bum and your hamstrings, and then slowly take your way down. At your own pace now, keep on going, inhaling and exhaling as you move. I'm going to do this for 1 full minute. I've set my timer. Slowly down. Good. So at the top of your movement, when you're at the top of your bridge, you want to think about really pressing your feet down. It's almost as if you want to get your chair to press down into the floor even more. So you're not pushing your chair away from you, you're pressing your chair down into the earth. That's it. Keep going, keep going. At least I'll hear my watch beep when the minute is done. Keep on moving, connecting to the back of your legs. Noticing that as you come to the top of your movement, this is literally the polar opposite to being in a seated position. Okay, that's the sound of liberation right there. One more, take it up. And then slowly lower yourself all the way back down. Amazing. Okay, take a little break, take a moment, shake out your legs. You're not done just yet though. Okay, if you feel like you could add on to this, you're going to cross your left foot over your right knee. So like a figure 4 stretch kind of thing. Okay, so you got one foot on the chair, one ankle crossed over the knee, right? You're going to inhale at the bottom. You're going to try and come straight back up into a bridge here, but press your left ankle into that right knee. So you've got a closed situation, a closed chain, and you're going to come up and then slowly make your way back down. And if your chair is not working for you, you can do this with your feet on the floor, but obviously you won't get as high, okay? Try for 5 more here. Lift up. As you look at your pelvis on that top position, try and make sure that your pelvis is relatively square, okay? So you're not dipping down to one side. Last 3. And this is like never fun. This is like torturous, but so good for you. And the strength of the back of the knees. Last one on this side. Let's swap over before I finish that sentence. So place your left foot down, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Lengthen through the lower back. Lower back's going to be dying to help you here. So connect to your bum. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And down. Good. And again. And down. And lift. And down. Let's go for 6 more. So we're strengthening the muscles at the back of our legs, which means the back of our knee is going to get super strong from this stuff. And I see it all the time. People who strengthen their quads, the muscles at the front of their legs, all day long, and don't strengthen the hamstrings, end up with quite a big imbalance, and that can cause a lot of complications. So it's really important to strengthen the back of the legs. Last 3. And down, even though it is torture. And 2. It's just going to give you that edge. And last 1. Slowly down. Well done, everyone. Hug the knees in. A little rock from side to side. All right, so we're going to spend the last 5 minutes integrating our hamstrings to a little bit of core work, okay? So get nice and comfy, give yourself loads of space. Make sure that this microphone doesn't go away. All right, getting rid of your chair. And you're going to take your lower back into a neutral position first of all, and one leg up towards the sky, other leg up towards the sky. You'll feel these guys stretch, they've just worked. Okay. All right, so both legs up towards the ceiling. If this is torture for you, pillow, blanket, or hands under your bum. Okay? Otherwise, let's stretch up through the back of the legs, actively stretching the muscles that have just contracted. I'm going to go for a flexed foot, and I'm going to lower one leg down super slowly towards the ground, and then lift it back up. As I lift, I want to bring it in even closer than when I started, okay? And then lower opposite leg, and lift. Bring it in close. Try not to bend the knee, okay? And down. Bring it in, bring it close. Keep on going. Why don't we want to bend the knee here? Because if we bend our knees, our hamstrings switch off, okay, because they cross the knee joint. So that we cut them out if we bend the knee. So just take that on board. If you have to bend your knee, if you can't do anything but bend your knee to do this movement, just know that you might need to work a little bit more on your hamstring flexibility, but keep the activeness pressing out through the feet. So your feet are like literally exploding energy out of them, the heel especially. So keep that activation of the feet, energy coming out through the heels. Last 2. And last 1. Guys, we're going to keep those legs lifting up towards the sky. You're going to take both hands, grab a hold of the back of your legs, and use that to come up into a crunch. So you're coming up into flexion. Okay, cool. So from here, both hands come to the back of your right leg. If your flexibility allows, you reach up for the back of the ankle, lower the left leg down. Pause, pull your right leg a little closer, feel the stretch. So elbows are bent, okay? Inhale to prepare, exhale, swap the legs, pause. Inhale, exhale, swap, and pause. Inhale, energy still coming out through those heels, yeah? And swap. At your own pace, let's go for 10. If your neck is dying, you put your head down on the mat, okay? 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hug the knees in, lower your head down. Inhale. And as you exhale, roll up into seated. You've got 1 more minute. I'm going to make you work. Okay, sitting up tall. Pull your left knee in close. Right leg is long. Pull your left knee in nice and close. Okay, right leg is long. Lengthen up to the crown of your head. Now see if you can lift that left foot off of the floor. Okay? Maybe you can take your right hand, so it's the opposite hand, yeah? And grab a hold of your foot. All right. Now some of you might be able to lift the foot and get the leg into a little bit of a 90-degree angle. Some of you might be able to straighten. See if you can. Press down through that right leg and see if you can open your left arm out to the left. So coming into rotation. Lengthening up to the crown of the head. Press out through that left heel. Lean back just a little bit and see if maybe you can get your right leg off of the floor. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Obviously, you can stop at any point until we get here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Hamstring stretch. And your final move is the same challenging position on the other side. So I'm going to be twisting away from you this time. All right. I'm going to lengthen up from through the crown of my head. I'm going to hug my right leg in close. Left leg is staying strong. And I'm actually pressing down into the floor through that left leg. Okay. So maybe you can lift the foot. Think about really active hip compression here on the right. Left hand is going to grab a hold of the foot. Lengthen up. See if you can maybe straighten out the leg. Don't force it though. Okay, it's not about the straightening of the leg. And then see if maybe you can rotate out to the right. All right, from here, keep the length through the crown of the head. Lean back just a little bit and see if you can lift the left. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost boomeranging it close into your last hamstring stretch. Holding here for 5, 4, 3. Lengthen through the nape of the neck. 2 and 1. And we walk it up. Now, my friends, that is you done. That went like so quickly for me today. So I hope you feel like you got some work in. Great job. I'd love to know how you did. Thank you. Well done.